You're watching Sun TV, broadcasting to the world from studios in Providenciales, in the beautiful by nature Turks and Caicos Islands. Sun TV, your source for real news as it happens.
Cruise ship passengers complain about harassment in Grand Turk. Cabinet has rejected some recommendations from the Blue Ribbon Commission on Taxation, a new holiday added to the calendar in the Shaw Club project to start next year. These are the headlines. I'm Toddleen Dafferlin, and thanks for watching this edition of Sun TV News. Several cruise ships which visit the Grand Turk Cruise Terminal have expressed concerns about certain activities that are happening around the cruise center, and they are threatening to stop going there. This was confirmed by Premier Dr. Rufus Ewing, who told a post-cabinet media briefing on Thursday, November 14th, that passengers from a number of ships that are not controlled by Carnival have been having some rather bad experiences around cruise terminal in the country's capital. The Premier said he held meeting with beach vendors in Grand Turk and listened to their concerns. He added that government will be working with police and DEMA to resolve the situation, which could have a serious impact on the Grand Turk economy if it is not addressed.
Well, first of all, what I can say, we're looking at the shipping schedule. This year is probably will probably be some of the busiest year for Carnival in terms of the number of ships that are expected to arrive. I'm not in knowledge of any ships that will not meet their schedule. However, Carnival did express some concerns with regards to the manner in which certain activities on the beach next to Carnival was taking place. Most of those issues we are aware of. We had meetings with Carnival. I've personally held meetings with the beach vendors who are selling tours and other things on the beach as well, and to listen to some of the concerns, and we will be addressing some of those concerns. With the issue of Carnival, statements might have been made to say that Carnival ships will not be coming, and that is not the case. What Carnival stated was that there are a number of ships that come under Carnival Corporation that call into the port of Grand Turk, and if visitors continue to have bad experience, then what can happen is a risk that some ships that are not controlled by Carnival may decide not to come. And so there's no decision to say that ships will not come because of. But if anybody have bad experience in this country, there's a risk of them not coming back. And so that is the situation. But as a government, we are working with Carnival. We will be working with DEMA, Immigration Department, as well as the police department in looking at some of the activities on the beach that may result in bad customer experience, but at the same time try to ensure that our citizens can engage in entrepreneurial activities and make and derive revenue from Carnival ships coming here in the Turks and Caicos Islands. The problem is that we do have persons who may range from persons who are documented, undocumented, immigrants, persons who are Turks and Caicos Islanders, who may or may not have license to go and sell on the beach, persons who encroach on Carnival's property above the high water mark and try to sell items and events to individuals. Some persons may be a little bit more aggressive in trying to sell items as opposed to kindly asking persons like distributing advertising cards. And so, but those kind of activities, I'm sure, are not rampant. But wherever they exist, it must be controlled and must be addressed because it can result in bad guest experience.
The Premier also announced that Cabinet on Wednesday received a report from the Blue Ribbon Commission on Taxation, and there will be a public consultation on the report.
And the establishment of the Blue Ribbon Commission, as you know, was done to review the current tax structure of the Turks and Caicos Islands and to make recommendations for a broad-based tax system that could effectively serve the needs of the government to generate a steady revenue stream while ensuring the absolute minimum impact on our people. Therefore, Cabinet considered the report submitted by the Blue Ribbon Commission on Taxation and agreed that a public consultation will commence to gather the views of the citizens on the implications of the revenue measures that are included in the report. the Ministry of Finance will publish further details of the report, and a timetable of consultation will be made available shortly to the public.
Minister of Finance Washington Mizik explained that Cabinet accepted certain recommendations of the Blue Ribbon report and rejected some of them. Mizik noted that the report will have to be revised before it goes to the general public.
The Rubin Commission report was presented yesterday, second iteration of it, and Cabinet has decided there are certain issues that we will accept. Cabinet has accepted, and some that they have not. So before we go to the public, we need to identify the specific measures that we believe would be in the best interest of the community. We would have a discussion about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and so that the public is fully informed as what the options are. To your point as to whether that will happen this month, I don't know. That is unlikely to happen now before the beginning of January, because any broad-based revenue measure that we decide upon will probably not be introduced. Probably would not be introduced in April, and maybe introduced later down in the year. So we have some time, and it is not something we really want to rush through.
Cabinet has decided to add another holiday to the already long list of public holidays which the Turks and Caicos Islands has each year. Premier Dr. Rufus Ewing announced the change to the holiday, including a new Thanksgiving holiday in November, which until now was the only month in the year that did not have a holiday.
We recognize that there was a need to review the public holidays to ensure that those dates and events deemed most reflective of our history, religious and cultural heritage were included in these holidays. The following review and submission of recommendations were made to Cabinet. We approved the reorganization of public holidays in the Turks and Caicos Islands as follows. Columbus Day, normally celebrated on the 14th of October or around the first week in October, will be renamed National Heritage Day. And the month of October will become National Heritage Month. This is in an effort for us as Turks and Caicos Islanders to recognize from whence we came and to appreciate our heritage and to promote our national heritage in the face of the various multiple diversity and ethnicity in the Turks and Caicos Islands. We also look at the Human Rights Day, currently celebrated on October 18. This will continue to be observed as it will no longer be a holiday, and will be moved to December 10th, when it will be observed on December 10th. So there will be no longer a holiday for Human Rights Day, but it will be observed on December 10th, at which time that is internationally recognized as International Human Rights Day internationally. There will also be an observance on the second Monday in November, named Remembrance Day. It will not be a public holiday. As you know, we normally hold Remembrance Day service on the Sunday, but some time ago we used to recognize Remembrance Day, so we are going to again observe Remembrance Day on the second Monday in November. A new public holiday, which we'll term the National Day of Thanksgiving, will be introduced, and this will be celebrated on the last Friday in November. This is meant to be a holiday, more of a religious holiday that is seek towards persons giving thanks to Almighty God, and also to appreciate appreciate our religious beliefs during this time period. As it is customary, the governor will publish the full list of public holidays in due course, and these new holidays will not be made effective until the next year, 2014.
The Shore Club development in Long Bay, which has been on hold for the past few years, will now commence in January 2014. This was disclosed by Premier Dr. Rufus Ewing, who told reporters on Thursday that the Shore Club development agreement had to be amended to facilitate the start of the high-end tourism project, which is owned by developer Stan Hartling.
The Cabinet also reviewed the Shore Club development. In the Shore Club development, one of those projects that was previously stalled and have since been revived and mobilized is due to commence construction sometime in January 2014. But it required an extension made to the development agreement to allow them time needed to restart this project. And Cabinet agreed to advise His Excellency the Governor to make an amendment to the 2011 development agreement by the Shore Club to enable them to have this comfortable start in January.
Well, that's our Sun TV News Brief for today. Join us again tomorrow when we bring you real news as it happens, directly to your computer, mobile device, or smartphone. If you know anyone living overseas who would like to keep up with what is happening in the Turks and Caicos Islands, get them to email us at sun@suntci.com so we can add them to our mailing list to get Sun TV News. Thanks for watching. I'm Tadleen Jafferlin.